This is my review for the movie Cloverfield. As with the other movie reviews I do, there will be spoilers. So if you don't want key information revealed and you haven't seen this movie, stop. Yes, stop. Hit the stop button or pause or whatever it is. If you're watching this online, hit your back browser and go somewhere else. There will be revealed some key information about the movie. So don't watch this if you don't want to know what's going on. Go on. Or maybe I should say stop off, step up, whatever. Your word. Okay, I think I'll stop before I get gang beat down. Something. Let's go on to the movie review. The entire movie is shot from the perspective of a camcorder, documenting a guy's trip to Japan. The guy and his girlfriend break up at his going away party, I believe. Unless, of course, they had broken up earlier. Great way to send somebody off, huh? She has some new guy that's with her at the film, and her and the main guy happen to have an argument. And that kind of hints as to how much an impact the movie had on me when I can't remember the names of any of the characters. All in all, what adds a sense of realism, in that shot from the point of view of the people involved, and the people do act how they probably would if a giant alien-sized thing the size of a small skyscraper came. I guess it's the lack of story and direction that just hurt it, in my opinion. It falls close to realism, as I said, if things about as natural as can be. But I guess between the amateur look of the shooting, which I guess is supposed to be, and that's all being done with one camera, it just feels lacking in my opinion. Kind of like a bad Blair Witch Project. At one point, when Army's trying to shoot the creature, it seems to spawn smaller other creatures. And the thing itself is kind of hard to describe, because it's kind of insectoid. At other times, it reminds me of the orcs, as they're being created from the goop in the Lord of the Rings movies. And the little critters make me think of a cross between grasshoppers and the aliens from the movie Aliens. At a point maybe 3/4 of the way through, one of the girls who was bitten or otherwise attacked by the aliens has blood coming out of her eyes, and it seems to be that her stomach explodes. Of course, we only see it in shadows, so, well, it's kind of hard to guess. Which, as I said, is kind of hard to tell, because there just seems to be some really poor amateur shooting in the movie. Of course, I should talk about amateur shooting. The Army and the meds seem to be concerned about this fight, because they thought an alien was going to bust from her gut. Anyway, the guy and his girl, by the end of the movie, are underneath the bridge, after the chopper they were on was crashed because it was struck down by the alien creature. And they were given the last words on the camera, telling each other that they love one another, before the explosion silenced everything. At the last bit of the film, the camera goes back to events that were recorded a few weeks ago on Coney Island. Now this movie, I probably didn't mention from the start, it's supposed to be taking place in some government facility. This is supposed to be footage from the site of the creatures, so it's basically all, I guess we're supposed to pretend we're in some little dark, undisclosed government location watching a witness account of what happened. My first reaction, especially with how it ended, was that it sucked. Of course, taking some time to think about the movie, especially given that they tried to cast the essence of if this really happened, this would be how it went, from eyewitness accounts. I guess I'll give it a C-.